Hey, what's up everyone? If you enjoy the content, be sure to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. But let's waste no time and let's do the breakdown of the new Separate Ways gameplay trailer.
Residentevil 4.
We have a dialogue of Luis talking to Ada about helping Leon and Ashley in the underground tunnels, talking about how they're both infected with a flashback scene or foreshadow of what's to come. I'm leaning towards of a foreshadow than a flashback scene. We see Ada pointing a weapon at Luis, and maybe this is the point of contact where they meet the first time. Then we surprisingly get a shot of Pisanta's hand, who is the other hand of Salazar, who is now confirmed to be Ada's pursuer. We don't necessarily know if this is U3, but we can honestly kind of assume it is going to be U3, or it's going to turn into the U3 at some point in the game, but I'm pretty sure it's U3. We then get a shot of Ada Wong shooting the Ganados inside of the torture room in the castle, cooperating with Luis. We get more shots of Ada and Luis, and honestly I'm glad for more of Luis and Ada. I felt the main game needed more time with these two, but it seems like Separate Ways will probably fix some of these issues I've had in the original game, or should I say the original base game of the remake. I probably still said that wrong, but you know what I mean. We then see Luis being roped upwards in the castle for some reason, kind of like he's being captured for God knows what. Now this is interesting. We see Ada disarming Ganados from their shields, which is a cool feature to have, and amazing utilization of her hook shots. Now if we pause here, we can see the return of the merchant with his purple fire stand. So does this mean we can finally upgrade the shotgun that we couldn't in the original? Well, who knows, but it'll be cool to see. We then see Ada's crossbow with explosive tips. That's such a badass feature to me. Now here's interesting, we see Ada moving with her hook shots more freely than the original, which is something I've wanted to see. Granted, I'm not talking about like a full Spider-Man experience, but this is like the only game she can use her hook shots, or Resident Evil in general can use hook shots, so I would take kind of full advantage of that. But I'm glad it's being more upfront rather than having it just a gimmick for like two different places. Here we have a familiar place. We have the gondola section that was thought to be removed but actually moved to the DLC, and honestly it looks really good. So moving on to the next, we can see this unfamiliar knife. Obviously this knife will be exclusive to Ada Wong, but I think it looks pretty cool in detail. Kind of looks like the smaller version of the hot knife from Resident Evil 3 Remake, but just a cool little detail. This is actually a pretty cool addition. Ada's melee attack will now have range when they're down. Cannot stress this enough how useful this will be in encounters. So here we see Ada being affected by the hallucinations of the Plaga, which we all probably saw coming. But it all makes sense because Leon, Ashley, Luis, they were all infected, so why not Ada? Why was Ada not in the original? Which never made any sense to me, especially when she was captured in the original Separate Ways as well. So we see more of Pisanta, who is again the other hand of Salazar, commanding the Ganados, making it seem like he's going to be more than one boss fight, it seems. And also making the Ganados even more aggressive than before, kind of like the guys in the red cloaks. Now here is where I was a little bit confused, and maybe you guys can answer this for me, but this can be many places. Is this the Mendez fight right after? Or is this particularly the fight where Luis and Leon were in the cabin? This could be many places, but I just don't remember Luis and Leon being in the cabin and the cabin just catches on fire. I don't remember that. So this could be before or after the Mendez fight, or during, but you guys can probably answer that for me. So we see more Gigante's fights with Ada. Ada is now full on Attack on Titan mode, which is going to be extremely fun. These fights are going to be super fun. Now this to me makes the most sense, and I'm glad Ada has this role instead of Leon. To me this was always something Ada would do, as dodging lasers fits her stealthy character so well in the series. She's a lot more agile than Leon, so it makes sense for Capcom to actually move this for Ada. We can hear Wesker say Ada, what to do with you, implying that she has plans of her own. Is this taking place after the events of RE4 as well, or was Wesker always suspicious of Ada? I'm guessing it's before, or I'm more inclining that it is before. But we see more infected Ada and how it's actually affecting her. I'm loving this brand new layer of Ada now that she has Las Plagas within her. Right after we can see a couple of montages, and right after we can see a hand reaching out, so this kind of confirms that yes, Pisantas will be like a pursuer to Ada throughout the game. And the very last scene, we see Wesker and Ada in kind of a standoff. Ada questions Wesker, whose blood are you here for this time? Then Wesker replies that all depends on you. So this can mean plenty of things. This could be hinting at the fact that Wesker does what he does in Resident Evil 5, or it's implying that he'll do something to Ada Wong if she doesn't retrieve the amber. So it has like a double meaning there. Guys, this DLC is looking better and better. Honestly, the trailer blew me away and I cannot wait for the 21st. We're seeing a combination of the old and new, but one particular part is still missing, is the fire room. But honestly, even if it's cut, I'm completely okay with that. But at the same time, I have a feeling it'll make an appearance somehow. But I like this idea of expanding Separate Ways and expanding Ada Wong as a character. And this is exactly what I wanted in Separate Ways. It's more of an expansion. Wanted everything that was in the original, but with more context to it. But we also haven't seen Krauser yet, which probably implies that they do not know each other at all. But also guys, I have a question. Do you guys want me to post a gameplay video of Separate Ways? Like, I know a lot of you guys are going to play it obviously, but you guys can always watch it afterwards. Let me know in the comments, or also you can let me know in like a community post, because I will post about it. But as always, I want you guys to have an amazing day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And until then, peace.